Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaket Yakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Sannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyadvaradavaktraadhyaha parishadhyaha parastatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamastriye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now with Swami's grace we concluded Skandam number 1 and then we are starting second Skandam today. And Parikshit asked the question, what is the one beneficial thing, activity that a person who's faced with death, with imminent death, should engage in? What is the one activity that he should engage in? And now Sukha start speaking. Slokam number 1, Skandam 2, Adhyayam chapter 1. Variyan eshate prasnaha krutaha lohayitaha nrupa atmavit sammataha pumsam srotavyate srotavya adishu yaha paraha. Variyan eshate prasnaha krutaha lohayitaha nrupa atmavit sammataha pumsam srotavya adishu yaha paraha. O Nrupa, O King, te your esha prasnaha, these questions that you have asked, Variyan, they are very glorious, they are great. They are most important, they are supreme questions that everybody, the noble souls will approve of that. And not only that, these questions that you have asked, Loka hitaha kritaha, they will do benefit, only benefit, tremendous benefit for the welfare and the well-being of the whole world. And they are also atmavit sammataha, they are completely in alignment, in consonance with the pathway of learning Atma Vidya, knowing one's own self. The knowledge of selfless love, question that you have asked points to that. It is most important. Variyan, greatest. Tat Savitur Varenyam, we say in Gayatri Mantram. That Variyan means greater than the greatest. That is such an important question you have asked. Pumsam, these all the human being, Srotavya Adishu, what are the things that human beings must listen to, must actually hear? The ears have been given to us for a certain function. The eyes have been given to us for a certain function. What should I hear through my ears? And Srotavya Adishu, these are most suitable for the things to be heard by the people in this world, yaha paraha, because they are also will take you in the pathway to the supreme. They are supreme. So that's a correct question. It's proved by all the noble souls, and it is also in consonance with learning Atma Vidya, and for the benefit and welfare and well-being of the whole world you have asked the question. This is the answers to this question are the ones that deserve to be heard, so that one can get the proximity, the company of the Supreme. Variyan eshate prasnaha krutaha lohayitaha nrupa atmavit sammataha pumsam srotavya adishu yaha paraha. Number 2, srotavya adini Rajendra nuram santi sahasrasaha apasyatam atmatattvam griheshu griha medhinam. Srotavya adini Rajendra nuram santi sahasrasaha apasyatam atmatattvam griheshu griha medhinam. O Rajendra, O King of Kings, he says, he's addressing Parikshit. Nirnam, for the human beings in this world, Srotavya Adini Santi Sahasrasaha. There are so many infinite types of things that are, Srotavya Adini means subject matter for hearing. There are so many subject matters that we all hear all the time, right, in this world. Sahasrasaha. Now, Griha Medhinam, these people who are bound and attached to the bondage and to the attachment of the householder's work, to the relatives, to the friends, to the spouses, the wife, the husband, the children, the relatives, Griha Medhinam, bound by that, Griheshu, these householders who live there, Atma Tattvam Apasyatam, the Atma Vidya, the fountain of selfless love that is waiting there for us to open that floodgate. That one, Apasyatam, they don't even see it. They're not even aware of it. Srotavya Adini, Rajendra Nirnam Santi Sahasrasaha, Apasyatam Atmatattvam Griheshu Griha Medhinam. And so, because people generally are not inclined towards spiritual study, it's only a minority that really comes in, takes the time, the interest, the aptitude and the attitude, or they're only in a handful of people. Even among them, you will find actually women are more normally in any spiritual gathering than men. Okay? And so that's what he's saying here, apasyatam, because most of them Griha Medhinam, Griheshu, bound in the world of this materialistic world and leading the householder's life and doing all the things that people do, they're not aware, they're not interested, they're not aware of or inclined towards learning the spiritual journey. Okay? And Srotavya Adini Rajendra Nunam Santi Sahasrasaha Apasyatam Atmatattvam Griheshu Griha Medhinam. Number 3, Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Devayena cha Vayaha Divacha Artha Hihaya Rajan Kudumba Bharanena Va. Describing our life so beautifully. Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Devayena cha Vayaha Divacha Artha Hihaya Rajan Kudumba Bharanena Va. How do we Vayaha life? Hriyate, we waste. How? In Naktam, during the night time. Nidraya, through sleeping. Vivayena cha, and engaging in sexual activities. People spend their night time. Divacha, during the daytime, how do they do? Artha igaya, they are chasing money. And in that process, Kudumba Bharanena Va, carrying the burden of the welfare and the well-being of their Kudumbam, of their family. The Kudumbam is Vasudhaiva Kudumbam, but Vasudhaiva, we don't think like that. We think only in a limited way. So, carrying that burden, they're spending the day and night like this. Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Divayena cha Va Vayaha Divacha Artha Igaya Rajan Kudumba Bharanena Va. Number 4. Deha Apatya Kalatra Adishu Atma Sainyeshu Asatsu Api Esham Pramattaha Nidhanam Pasyan Api Na Pasyati. Deha Apatya Kalatra Adishu Atma Sainyeshu Asatsu Api Tesham Pramattaha Nidhanam Pasyan Api Na Pasyati. What do these people do? There are so many things that they are hearing all the time, but they are not interested in hearing in the spiritual study. But what do? They spend the night like this, they spend the day like this. And Deha, their body, Apatya, children, Kalatra, wife, Adishu, all these things, Atma Sainyeshu, all other encumbrances and all the luxuries, whatever we have to maintain our body, Atma Sainyeshu, Asatsu api, knowing fully well that they are temporary, they are not true. We all know all the things that we seek enjoyment in and spend our time in, we know they are transient and temporary and they are not to be permanent. We know that. Asatsu api. Tesham pramattaha. Pramattaha means extremely attached to. Attached to. Someone, can you please all of you check whether you have pressed the mute button? Press star and 6. Okay? Please press star and 6. So, Tesham pramattaha. Tesham, for the body, for upkeep for the body, for children, for spouses, and for various other things associated with the body, pramattaha, attached to, tremendously attached to nidhanam, the destruction, the end that is going to come. Pasyan api, even knowing that these are temporary and they will be destroyed, they will be gone, they will disappear. Pasyan api, even knowing that, na pasyati, they don't see it, they don't pay attention to it, they don't take note of it. Deha apatya kalatra adishu atma sainyeshu asatsu api tesham pramattaha nidhanam pasyan api na pasyati. Number 5. Tasmat bharata sarvatma bhagavan harihi isvaraha srotavyah kirtitavyah cha smartavyah cha icchata abhayam. Tasmat bharata sarvatma bhagavan harihi isvaraha srotavyah kirtitavyah cha smartavyah cha icchata abhayam. Tasmat, therefore, O Bharata, come in the lineage of Bharata. Bharata also means one who is attached to Bhagavan. Bhagavan Harihi Isvaraha. This Bhagavan Harihi, he is the master of the whole, controller of everything. Harihi is also the destroyer of ignorance. That Bhagavan Sarvatma, by all beings, all human beings and all the other beings are all automatically doing this. But human beings are the one going astray. So we'll say it's limited to human beings. Sarvatma, all the human beings. This Bhagavan Hari Isvara, this Bhagavan Hari, the Isvara, he is the one Srotavyaha. He is the one to be listened to be heard. He is Kirtitavyaha. He is the one whose glory is to be sung. Smartavyaha. He is the one to be remembered all the time. Icchata abhayam. If Sarvatma, all the beings, Icchata, desiring, abhayam, a state where there is no fear at all. And absolutely, fear comes only in the absence of security. Only in the absence of balance. Only in the absence of security. So when you are absolutely secure, 100% secure, where is the question of fear? And fear also comes only, and insecurity comes because of desires. Whenever a desire comes, immediately it's accompanied by insecurity. So abhayam means there is a state where completely immersed in selfless love. There is no desire for anything. There is absolutely fullness. There is no want. There is no deficiency. Then that feeling is abhayam. One who desires that must listen to the glories of Bhagavan Hari, must sing the glories and praise of Bhagavan Hari, must remember Bhagavan Hari all the time. Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Harihi Isvaraha Srotavyah Kirtitavyah cha Smartavyah cha Icchata Abhayam. Number 6. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Paraha Pumsam Ante Narayana Smrutihi. Narayana Smrutihi. If you ever have read letters written by in Kanchi, Shankara Madam, for example, Sringeri and all that, those acharyas, those Peethadipadigal, they will never sign, they always sign their letters as Narayana Smrutihi. It's a beautiful, very important thing. So let us go through that. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishthaya Janmalabha Param Pumsam Ante Narayana Smrutihi. Now, see, Etavan, those people, Sarvatma Ichchata Abhayam, those people who are desiring mukti, the desiring fullness, the place that there is no deficiency, completely immersed in becoming one with the love that they are, those people, Etavan, Sankhya Yoga Abhyam, Swadharma Parishtaya. See, Janma Labha, those Pumsam, Janma Labha means attaining the birth, labham. See, janmam, to get birth, even though we think we are suffering and all that, it's a huge gain. It's actually a tremendous gain, a net positive with which we have obtained the human birth. Even devas, are pining to get the human form. And so janma labha. So jantunam nara janma durlabham, it says. So very difficult to, extremely rare to get the birth of a human being. So it's a labham, janma labha. After obtaining the birth of a human being, the human bodies, the pumsam, all the men, the human beings, sankhya, they may be engaged in the pathway of sankhya, which is one of knowledge, obtaining and Bhagavan through the path of knowledge. Yoga Abhyam, various pathways are there to become one with Bhagavan, to merge, to lose the feeling of separation, the false feeling of separation. And or they also could be involved in Swadharma Parinishtaya, Swadharmam. We have, what is dharma, what should I do in any given situation? Nobody really knows. Nobody knows. Many scholars have written about it and give various discourses and all that, but it is not possible to define what dharma is. And nobody can define that except to say it is selfless love in action. That is what dharma is. But selfless love we don't have. We don't exhibit it. Therefore, we are always doubtful of what dharma is. That's why Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita uses this Swadharma. Act according to the call of your conscience. Then you can never go wrong. Swadharma. Okay? According to that, these Etavan, all these people, these holy men who are grabbing and embracing the lotus feet and want to become one with it, and they either follow the path of Sankhya Yoga or various other yoga paths, right? And in that process, Swadharma, they are listening to the conscience and executing it, being very loving in their action. They do that Parinishtaya, established in that. After getting Janma Labha, having taken the birth of a human being, all these Pumsam, all these men, Ante means when they are giving up, discarding the body and moving away, passing on, at that point, Antakale, as they say, Paraha Narayana Smrutihi. And they, whatever path they follow, Sankhya Yoga or other yoga, Swadharma Yoga, whatever they do, they completely remember Bhagavan only throughout their life, right? They smartavyaha, they sing the glory of Bhagavan throughout their life, and they listen to only Bhagavan's glories. That's the way they spend their whole life. And Ante, after that, at the end, they Narayana Smrutihi, they give up their body in full remembrance of Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. This is very important. See, it doesn't come just by stroke of luck. We have to keep on practicing it. Just like anything else in life, Throughout life, we must practice it so that when the moment comes, automatically I do it. I remember him. So Narayana Smritihi, that's what happens to them at the end. And they end their life with full remembrance of Bhagavan Narayana. Now, the Narayana or any other form of God, they're all one and the same. Please remember that. Yetavan Samkhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Paraha Pumsam Ante Narayana Smritihi. Number 7. Prayena Munayaha Rajan Nivritta Vidhi Shedataha Nirgunyastha Ramante Sma Guna Anukatane Harehe. Prayena Munayaha Rajan Nivritta Vidhi Shedataha Nirgunyastha Ramante Sma Guna Anukatane Harehe. Now, it's a beautiful thing that that Sukha Muni is talking about himself also in this. Okay, O Rajan, O King, Prayena, mainly, even Munayaha, some Munis, Nivritta Vidhi Shedataha, Nivritta, who have given up, who have gone beyond, who have become free from Vidhi, prescriptions. We have in our life both prescriptions and prohibitions. There are things we must do and there are things we must not do, right? And so the things we do, those are called the prescribed duties. The prescriptions are Vidhi. Prohibited things, the prohibitions are Shedataha. These Munis have gone beyond the stage where there is prohibition and prescription. They are freed from it. They are beyond the do's and the don'ts because they are always immersed in Bhagavan. Nairgunyastha. And Nairgunya Stha. Stha means to establish. Nairgunya, the attributeless Bhagavan, the one entity that has no characteristics, no gunas at all. They are established in that all the time. Because of that, they have gone beyond prescriptions and prohibition. O Rajan, even they smash certainly guna anukatane harehe. Harehe, Bhagavan Hari's guna anukatena. The stories and the glories of Bhagavan Hari, Ramante, they become attached to it. They become ecstatic and mad, crazy in hearing this. They are so much attached to it, even though they are established in Nairgunya, in the attributeless Bhagavan. This is the power, the Ramyam, Ramyate iti Ramaha. We have seen that. This is the thing that Krishyate iti Krishnaha, the one that the Karshyate iti Krishnaha, the one that attracts, that Bhagavan, that love is so attractive, even they are also attracted to hear the stories and glories of Bhagavan. Prayena Muneha Rajan Nivritta Vidhi Shedataha Nairgunyastha Ramante Sma Guna Anukatane Harehe. Number 8. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam Adhitavan Dvapara Adau Pituhu Dvaipayanat Aham. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam Adhitavan Dvapara Adau Pituhu Dvaipayanat Aham. Idam here. Aham, I. Dvapara Adau, at the end of the Dvapara Yuga. Pituhu, my father, Dvaipayana, the Dvaipayana Vyasa. Bhagavatam Nama Puranam, this beautiful, beautiful, glorious story called Bhagavatam. Brahma Samhitam, it is equal to Vedas. It is not only equal, it is in consonance, in full alignment, and it is the Sammatam means there is an approval that comes because that's the right fit. Okay, Brahma Samhitam Adhitavan, I learned this Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhitam, this Puranam Bhagavatam from my father Dvaipayana Vyasa. God Vaipayanam. At the end of Dwapara Yuga, I learned this Bhagavatam from him. Idam Bhagavatam nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Aditavan Dwapara Adau Pituhu Dvaipayanat Aham. Number 9. Parinishtitaha api nairgunye uttama sloka leelaya gruhita cheta rajarshe आख्यानम यत अधीतवान परिनिष्ठितः अपि नैर्गुण्ये उत्तम श्लोक लीलया गृहीत चेता राजऋषे आख्यानम यत अधीतवान. ओ राजऋषि परिनिष्ठितः अपि नैर्गुण्ये, even though I was established in the attributeless Brahman, Nairgunyam, see the same thing he is talking about. Even though I was established in that, I had no desires, no want, I was absolutely full. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam. I was that. Uttama Sloka Leelaya. Uttama Slokam. Uttama Slokam refers to Bhagavan. Uttama Slokam is a name for Bhagavan. Leelaya, his glories and his playful stories. Gruhita Cheta, to imbibe them, desiring to imbibe them, being pulled, being compelled in, being attracted and inspired to listen to those, even without my control, I was attracted to them, drawn to them, to listen to them. Rajarishe, I listened from my father. Yet Aditavan, as I learned from him, in the same way I learned from him, whatever I learned from him, Akhyanam, I will describe that to you in detail. Parinishtitaha api nairgunye uttama sloka leelaya gruhita cheta rajarishe Akhyanam yat adhitavan. Number 10. Tat aham te abhidasyami maha paurishikaha bhavan yasya sraddhatatam asu Syat mukunde matihi sati. Tat aham te abhidasyami maha paurishikaha bhavan yasya sraddha datam ashu syat mukunde matihi sati. Why will I describe this to you, Akhyan? Because you are the most deserved. That's what he's saying. Bhavan, you. Maha Paurishikaha, you are a great devotee of Bhagavan. Tat, that Bhagavata Mahapuranam I learned from my father. Aham, I te to you. Abhidasyami, I shall expound it, I shall describe it, I shall narrate it to you because you are most deserved to hear it. You are a great devotee. Yasya Sraddhadatam Asu Syate. Listening to which Shraddha, perseverance, dedication, commitment, all the things are there in Shraddha. Datam, this will give you that Shraddhai. Asu, immediately you will get it by listening to this. Syat, it will happen like that. What Shraddhai will come? Mukunde matihi sati. Sati mati. The sati means strong, unfailing, unflinching. Matihi, faith. Mukunde, in Mukunda. And that Shraddhai, that faith will come to you immediately, Ashu, instantly, once you listen to the Bhagavata Puranam. That I will describe it to you because you are a great devotee. Tat aham te abhidasyami maha paurishikaha bhavan yasya sraddha dhatam ashu syate mukunde matihi sati. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavanto. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.